What's good, y'all? Now today we're gonna be creating our own top 10 worst YouTube basketball players list. But I ain't gonna lie, ever since I started playing more 1v1s and reacting to more 1v1s on YouTube, I've been thinking about doing this video for a long time, especially since I haven't seen anybody create any lists in a minute. I thought it would be a good time to create my own, bruh. Now, quick disclaimer before I get into this video, these rankings or whatever have nothing to do with anybody's, you know what I'm saying, their reputations, their personalities, like their channels, their content. Everybody on this list is creates amazing content for themselves, and this isn't to like tarnish anybody. This is strictly basketball related, bro. If you're trash at basketball, you know you're trash. If you're good, you know you're good. Now, as I go down the list, bro, how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna obviously list each person's ranking. I'm gonna give an explanation on why I gave them the ranking that they got. I'm gonna give them an overall in 2K terms and give them a player bill in 2K terms. Now, before we get into this video, you feel me, this took a lot of research and effort to make this happen, you feel me. I didn't just want to give like a judgment call off people I've already seen. I've watched a lot of 1v1s and 5-on-5s recently to give an actual like top 10 that feels legit. So before we get into this video, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe, man. It will help me a lot on the journey to 1,000 subs, man. It's been a fun journey, and I appreciate every one of you guys. Now, some honorable mentions before we get into the list. You guys are probably already going to be wondering, where's Los Polos? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Los Polos hasn't played a 1v1 in a long time, bro. He hasn't played basketball in a long time. So because of that inactivity, I deemed him ineligible to be eligible for the list. You feel me? Now, if he was still hooping, if he, you know what I'm saying, still shooting them threes, you feel me? I know y'all saw that one video where he bricked like 40 threes in a row, my nigga. He would definitely be on the list, but just because he hasn't played in a while, he's not on the list. Another person who was almost on the list but got taken off thanks to a 1v1 I haven't seen before. We're gonna talk about that later. Agent 00, you were so close to being on this list, bro. The main reason Agent was on the list but got taken off because of his level of competition, I'm not gonna lie. He played dudes like Cash, he played Devontae Friga, he played Chris White. Those are better than a lot of competition these other dudes played, and he actually kept it close. He only lost 12-7 to Friga. He was doing well against Chris White, but eventually got beat 15-7. He was able to beat Flight Reacts. He was able to beat Low, you feel me? But the one that almost put him on this list was when he lost 11-9 to Omar. If y'all don't watch AMP, brother Omar, that almost put him back on the list. But the one thing that saved him was a 1v1 that I watched that I was scarred for life from watching. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the top 10 list. Now, coming in at number 10, we got ADIN Ross, bruh. Now, if you've watched ADIN Ross play 1v1s, his most famous 1v1s was probably the 1v1 against ISHOWSPEED, where he beat Speed 11-6 in July of 2021. I ain't gonna lie, one thing about ADIN is just pure offense. He can't play a lick of defense to save his life, bro. Some of his recent 1v1s, he lost to Cash 13-3 back in March of 2021. He got beat by T-Jazz back in April of 2021. Also in 2021, ADIN actually participated in a House of Highlights, a 25K wager, a 1v1 basketball game against FaZe Rug, where he actually won the game, or the series I should say. It was actually a best of 3 series. He lost the first game 11-7, but he won the second 2 14-2, and then the last game 3-zip. We obviously know about the most famous game. He beat Speed 11-6. He lost to his man's Prime in September 2021, and he possibly played one of the worst 1v1s I've ever seen against CENAT, where and it was another 25K wager House of Highlights game, where he won 7-5 in game 1. And he won 7-4 in game 2. If I had to give ADIN Ross a 2K rating, bro, you're a 70 overall, my boy. That's the best rating I could possibly give you. I was gonna give you 69, no homo, but you know, so I didn't want no gay jokes to happen. But so you're a 70 just because of that. And if I had to give you a player build, my boy, you're a post scoring sharp, because if you watch ADIN, all he does is shoot threes, or he does like his little gay back down and tries doing like his little flip up bullshit from under the rim. So ADIN Ross, you're number 10. Congratulations, my brother. You aren't the worst basketball player on YouTube, like I might have thought a few months ago. And now, coming in at number 9, we got ISHOWSPEED. Now, originally, I actually thought ISHOWSPEED would be good, because I seen some of his high school highlights. He was actually a defensive menace to society. But as soon as I saw him lose to ADIN, bro, I low-key lost all my respect for this man. Like I said earlier, he lost to ADIN back in July 2021, 11-6. He got beat by Cash Nasty 11-3 in the same month. And then he lost. This was the one that low-key did it in for me, that said he was worse than ADIN. He played his mans. I don't know who he was. My mans was wearing a park outfit. He was wearing jeans and a hoodie, all types of shit. And he got crossed out of his boots, bro. Like, he got exposed. It would look like a bone collector ankle breaker by a dude who wasn't even that nice. And he got beat 7-6, bro. If I had to give ISHOWSPEED a rating, you feel me? He's a 68 overall. He's a lockdown defender. purely gave him that rating just because of his high school highlights, and I still have a little bit of hope for him that he can get better, bro. Like I said, I've seen his shit from high school and he didn't look that terrible, so hopefully there's hope for speed in the future, bro. I'm not gonna spend too much time on him, so let's get to the next person, probably the person y'all all came here for. Surprisingly, coming in at number 8, bro, we got the legend himself, FLIGHTREACTS, bro. Now, if you've been keeping up with Flight's basketball content for a while, bro, you know he lost to like the big 9th grader back in the day, got shifted, got exposed, all types of shit. He lost to a dude with one leg, my nigga, and he loses the little kids like Miles Brown. Flight has lost to everybody. He even, I know y'all remember the clickbait video where he said he was playing a 1v1 against an ex-college star, and the ex-college star actually like scored on him and shit. That's just sad, bro.
She dribbled with her wrist!
Winnie Street!
She dribbled with her wrist!
That's just absolutely sad, bro. But let's get into Flight. We're getting to recent Flight. As I ain't gonna lie, as I said earlier, if you watch some of my previous videos, Flight definitely got better early on in June of 2022. But as June progressed, we saw Flight just get worse and worse. He was in close games, such as the first games of June against Kenny Chow. But he lost, overall, he lost every game in June. He got beat 21-11 to Miles Brown recently. He got beat 16-1 against Cash in one of the most anticipated 1v1s in June. Got absolutely destroyed. But I ain't gonna lie though, like I said earlier, Flight has definitely shown improvement this June. The 1v1 against Cam Wilder, he looked good. And if you've seen Flight play 5-on-5, Flight is definitely a player I'd pick up before a lot of these dudes on the list, bro. He plays his role really well. So shout out to Flight, man. But at the end of the day though, Flight, you are still you're a 67 overall, my boy. And since you're not really good specialized in anything, you're a prospect, my nigga. You're a 67 overall prospect, no badges. But you're lucky you got that. So number 8, FLIGHTREACTS. Now coming in at number 7, bro, the first technical member of AMP we got is Low, aka Legend of Winning, man. Look, bro, I'm not gonna spend too much time. If you've seen Low play, you already know what I'm ready to say, my nigga. Now for Low lost to Agent 00 11-2, bro, back in December of 2020. Now if you get beat by Agent that bad, there's obviously a problem in your game. And in the AMP 1v1 tourney, we saw Low lose to Agent again, 3-2 this time, and he also lost to Michael Force 3-1. And I ain't gonna lie, Low doesn't play basketball that much, but that's all I needed to see. Low is trash, my boy. He can't do that much. He's not that mobile. He's a decent big, but Agent outbodied him when they play, which is crazy. So for Low, we're getting you out the way quick, bro. You are 64 overall, and you're a glass cleaner, my boy. I don't think any other player build would fit you. You feel me? Ain't gonna lie, if you play 1v1, all you have to do is just be aggressive, go down, lay. You're winning every game, bro. You're like 6 feet tall, 400, 500 pounds, my nigga. Nobody can guard you, bro. Coming in at number 6, we got FANUM with the cannon himself, bro. Now FANUM, I know, like I said, I know a lot of these dudes aren't hoopers, especially FANUM, but FANUM, I've seen you hoop, bro. You're done. The main time we saw FANUM hoop was in the AMP 1v1 tourney, like I mentioned earlier. He played Duke, he got beat 3-1, no surprise. But what got me, bro, he played CENAT in the losers bracket, bro. And this was possibly the worst 1v1 I have ever watched, and they cut a lot of stuff out, bro. They played at least for more than 30 minutes just trying to get to 3, bro. Imagine playing a 30-minute 1v1 just trying to get 3 points, bro. It was trash. This was tragic. One of the worst things I've ever witnessed. I wish low-key somebody could have stabbed me in my eyes. It was bad, bro. But eventually he did go on to beat Kai 3-1. I mean 3-0. My apologies. That shows how trash Kai is, you feel me? And I ain't gonna lie though, we're gonna mention his achievements. FANUM did win an AMP shooting challenge in the past, which leads me to give him the rating of it. He's a 62 overall, you feel me? But he's a shot creator. Just because he won that little 3-point challenge, and he is FANUM with the cannon, you feel me? Shout out to FANUM. No, you're not a hooper, but you're number 6 on this list. Now coming in at number 5, Agent 00, you should be thanking this man for taking your spot on this list. I didn't know this dude played a 1v1, but I was like doing some research when I was looking up Aiden's 1v1s, his past 1v1s. I realized he played a 1v1 against this dude named CEO Mikey. Now shout out to CEO Mikey, you feel me? He woke up from the Matrix under Pretty Boy Fredo, bro. He got out from under that toxic environment, and now he created a successful YouTube channel for himself, so much props to him. But while doing that, he played ADIN Ross in a 1v1, and I was so disappointed, bro. This, like, I've already said this same phrase a lot during this video, but this one though was truly the most pitiful 1v1 I've watched in a minute, bro. Mikey, you're like 6'3" tall, you're like 6'3", 6'4", bro, and you were letting ADIN post you up, embarrass you feel me, getting crossed by ADIN Ross, bro, and rhyming accidentally. He got crossed by ADIN Ross, bro. Oh my god. And like, bro, all you do is use your height, post up, and go up, but he's trash, man. He doesn't know how to do that. He lost 13 to 10 to ADIN, got crossed, all type of shit. He was letting them things fly from the top of the key, which makes no sense though, because he's like I say, he's like 6'3", ADIN's like 5'4", 5'5", whatever, however tall he is. Refused to post up, much bigger than him, refused to post up. Don't know what's wrong with him, he's trash, number 5 on this list. And if I had to give him an overall, CEO Mikey, you're a 61 overall, and I guess you're a stretch 4 just because you were letting them things fly and you were hitting a few of them, I'm not gonna lie, but you're still trash, bro. Rhyming accidentally again. Shout out to CEO Mikey though, much props to you. Love the work you're putting up, you feel me, without being in that toxic environment. So that's number 5, yo. And now we get into the elite of the elite, the top 4. These dudes, bro, I would expect my little cousin who's like 5 years old to still beat them, bro. Like these dudes, bro, they all could low-key interchange each other's spots, bro. But here's how I have them, bro. Coming in at number 4, we got the legend himself, MOPI, I don't know if he's part of 2 Hype anymore, but he was a part of 2 Hype. Now MOPI, he doesn't play basketball like that anymore, but one of his, I think his most recent 1v1 was a 1v1 rematch against the legend himself, FLIGHTREACTS. And I ain't gonna lie, he was making FLIGHTREACTS look like an agile playmaker, agile, you know what I'm saying, slasher, all types of shit. That's how you know you're trash, bro. He lost to Flight 15 to 9 in June 2020, the first June, you feel me? And this 1v1 happened a while ago, but he lost to like a 13-year-old kid, bro. If you don't know Don J, he got beat 15 to 10 by a little jit named Don J. He was trash talking on 2K and shit. Pulled up in real life, got dropped off. That's such an L, bro. Imagine talking shit to like a 12-year-old kid on the game. He pulls up on you and drops you off, bro. That has to hit your esteem as a grown man. If it doesn't, there's a problem. Like I said, I know MOPI doesn't hoop, you feel me? So it's all good. But at the end of the day, MOPI, you're a 61 overall and you're an offensive threat just because like you would attack the rim a lot. I saw that, and you would let them things fly even though they weren't going in. You would still let them fly. So MOPI, you're coming in at number 4, my brother. And now, coming in at number 3, we got the last AMP member, bruh, CENAT. You cannot escape this, bruh. Now Kai, the thing about Kai, bruh, Kai will be talking to females and he'll be capping about how he's a hooper and shit. And the thing is, the females will believe him, but if they look up one of his 1v1s, man, they might pass out and fall, and they might go to sleep, my nigga. They might die, because that nigga is trash, my nigga. Ain't gonna lie though, Kai is low-key the type of dude, if you were going to the park and you were picking up 5s, bruh, you would pick up Kai with one of your first picks because he has drip, and you'll feel, you know what I'm saying, you'll feel that he's nice, and once you see him start dribbling and shit, you'll regret your decision for the rest of your life, bruh. Now, like all these other dudes, like the rest of the AMP members I listed earlier, Kai played in the AMP 1v1 tourney video back in 2020. He lost 3-2 to Chris, and he got beat 3-zip in the worst 1v1, one of the worst 1v1s I've ever seen. Took him 30 minutes to get to 3 points against FANUM with the cannon. And if you get beat, like I said, if you get beat by FANUM 3-zip, bro, not even scoring a point, there's definitely a problem in your life, and you might need to go to Jesus to ask him what's wrong with your basketball skills, bro. The next 2 people on this list are so bad, they don't get an overall, bro. So Kai, at least you're the last person on this list to get an overall, bro. Kai, I gave you a 60 overall. You're a prospect like FLIGHTREACTS. You're not specialized at nothing. You're just out there to, you know what I'm saying, to do cardio, my brother. Now, moving on to the top 2 people, y'all. Now, these two especially could have been interchangeable. I was going back and forth like for this entire week when I was creating this video, when I was doing research, who is worse, bro? I had to ask myself the question, which is worse? Getting beat by FLIGHTREACTS 5-zip? Or getting crossed by FLIGHTREACTS, bro? Y'all let me know which one is worse in the comments. I have come to the conclusion that getting crossed by FLIGHTREACTS is worse than getting beat by FLIGHTREACTS 5-zip. And the reason for this, Annoying TV, you better be counting your blessings, my brother. You're coming in at number 2, not number 1. I know a lot of people have had you at number 1, but just because there's somebody who got crossed by FLIGHTREACTS, bro, and that's something that, like, you should never touch a basketball court again after that shit. Just because of that, you lucked out and got number 2, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, when you watch the 1v1 of Annoying TV versus FLIGHTREACTS, you would think FLIGHTREACTS was like a AAU prospect, a college prospect, high school, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not all that, but you would think Flight's actually decent by the way Flight was going to work on him. He had Flight doing step back 3s on him, cashing them, and he got beat in 3 minutes by Flight, bro. and he got beat 5-zip by FLIGHTREACTS. Out of all people, bro. If you get beat by FLIGHTREACTS in anything 5-0, bro, low key. Ah, man, this shit just might not be for you, bro. Ain't gonna lie. The same thing with CENAT, annoying. You play like a little kid, bro. You play like you don't have the strength to get the ball to the basket, so you like shoot from your chest with like all your might, bro. You airball damn near every shot, bro. And then there was a 1v1 that was low-key hidden from me, bro. You played ADIN back in April of 2021, and you got beat 5-1 by ADIN too? That's wild, bro. That is wild, bro. But annoying TV, you're a lot of people's worst basketball player on YouTube. But for me, you're number 2. You're still dog water, don't get it twisted, but you're number 2 on the list. And now for the number 1 spot on our list, you guys already probably know who it is. We got the FLIGHTMIKE, bro. Now the FLIGHTMIKE, like I said, I'm not here to bash anybody, you feel me? We're keeping strictly basketball related, bro. But looking back, when I first saw the FLIGHTMIKE, like when I first saw the 1v1 of Flight versus the FLIGHTMIKE, excuse me, back in 2020, I didn't know who the FLIGHTMIKE was, I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw him step on the court and saw him play for like the first minute or two, I dead-ass thought FLIGHTREACTS chose like a special like kid, like a Make-A-Wish kid to play him in a basketball game, bro. Like that's how bad it was. FLIGHTMIKE, you have no coordination. You look like you've never done a crossover a day in your life, bro. Your dribble moves are trash, bro. And just trash, bro. And like I said earlier, he got crossed by FLIGHTREACTS, bro. He got hit with a behind the back and cross, snatched his soul, bro, fell and everything. Probably the most embarrassing moment of your life, I ain't gonna lie. If you get a girlfriend, don't ever show her that shit, bro. She's gonna dump you on the spot, my boy. He also lost the fight 11-2. Sad. Like, that's honestly, like, that's all I gotta say. If you get crossed by Flight and you get beat by Flight 11-2 and you're making Flight look like a park god, you feel me? Making him hit shots and shit on you. That's all I really need to say. Like, there's nothing else. It speaks for itself, bro. You're trash, my brother. So I don't think there's really no debate. Congratulations to FLIGHTMIKE. You are officially the worst basketball player on YouTube in 2022 currently. Congratulations. I would give you a trophy, but you don't deserve it, I'm gonna lie, bro. But that's the end of the video, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. I had to do a lot of research for this video, watched a lot of 1v1s I haven't seen before. So, you know what I'm saying, to continue the growth of the channel and keep your boy motivated, please hit that like button, subscribe, man. It'll mean the world to me. And like I said earlier in the video, this video wasn't to bash anybody's channel, to bash anybody's character. We were talking strictly about basketball. I'm not calling you trash as a human being. I'm calling you trash as a basketball player, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you guys so much for watching. Unlimited Army going all the way up. But I'm out, y'all.
Shot him his mouth, yeah, send me the dentist. Keep the rag on like my name is Dennis. Hit that bitch back like we playing tennis. And at least shit, you know I'm a menace. Sip too much lean, I think I'ma throw up. Talking over Twitter, bitch put the phone up. Nigga quick to put the foes up. When we pulled up, that nigga he froze up.